Thanks everybody for coming to this required meeting on differentiation. I know that you all know how crucial this is for the success of our students, so let's get started.
You don't have to thank me for coming to a meeting that was required.
Thank you. Please sit with your small learning team cluster group and begin brainstorming wows and wonders you have had so far this year about differentiation.
I wonder how I'm supposed to differentiate for 9 reading levels in my class.
Do you have any wows?
Wow. Could I talk to somebody else?
Differentiation is not just a buzzword. It is what keeps our lowest performing students on track and keeps our highest performing students engaged.
Seriously. Could I talk to somebody else who can get me out of this meeting? I have a lot of work to do.
This is a required meeting.
But I have a lot of work to do. I'm actually working on a lesson to differentiate for one of my lower performing scholars. And I had to stop to come here.
Because it is required.
Yes.
Maybe this is a teachable moment.
I doubt it.
Let's have an impromptu workshop right now. You describe your problems with differentiation and the community will help you.
The what?
The community. Do you remember in August, when we built the community? It was fantastic. We stood in a circle. Don't you remember standing in a circle and sharing and building community?
I have been trying to forget the circle for a long time.
This is a required meeting for all community members.
Okay, here is my differentiation problem.
We are listening.
Some of my students cannot read at all. Some cannot spell their own names. Some can read and spell their names very well. Most are somewhere in the middle. I am having a hard time differentiating.
Have you tried using a graphic organizer and positive reinforcement?
Yes. And sometimes that works. But there are still many 18-year-olds who just don't know how to read.
Teachers need to do more to reach all students to ensure success and preparation for college. I will send you a website with resources and strategies for differentiation. I will email it to you.
I have other problems.
Please go on.
One of my students does not have a head.
Is that some kind of slang? Are you saying our students are stupid? What do you mean your student does not have a head?
I mean that he has shoulders and a neck, but there is no head. I am finding it hard to differentiate enough for him. And he keeps running into things. And he has only been in the country for 3 weeks.
Perhaps he keeps running into things because he does not have a head. Have you considered that? You need to be more sensitive to where students are coming from. You will need to differentiate instruction. He may be a tactile or kinesthetic learner.
I see.
Have you referred him to the English Language Learners program?
No. I think the more immediate problem is that he does not have a head.
You will need to differentiate instruction. Research studies have shown that teachers must do more to make material accessible, enjoyable, and relevant to the daily lives of students. They must also make instruction more rigorous and challenging for students who already do not know what is happening. If teachers would only do these few simple things, students would be able to grow new heads.
Wait. Are you saying that if I make my class both easier and more difficult at the same time that my student will grow a new head?
Exactly. But don't say easier. Say more accessible.
I think you are making this up. I do not believe that my student can grow a new head.
I think we have finally found the real problem. You do not believe in your students. It is a sad day for children.